All right. Um, Guys, let me know if I am audible or not. Let me know in the chat box. We will start with the analysis in a bit. We'll let more people join in. Give me 1 minute. All right. Audible. All right. Audible, visible. All right. Cool. So we'll start in 1 minute. We'll let other people join in. Meanwhile, we can check out a few stocks because we'll do the index analysis when more people join in. Okay, this has fallen today. All right. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts with the stocks, you can ask me out. Ask me the doubts, obviously. Or if there's any other doubt which you want to ask, you can ask that as well. And make sure that you like the stream as well, because that also helps with the viewership, I guess, with the algorithm. So make sure that you're liking the stream as well. ABFRL. All right. ABFRL, it's too far gone. I've talked about it again and again. If it's already far from the EMA, try to avoid it. If it's already far from the base, so if you see, the EMA is basically, it will be around the last base. So if it's already far from the previous base, it is honestly gone. Alright, so if you buy here, I don't think it's a great buy at all. Alright. So make sure to avoid this chart completely. There is nothing here. There might be a bit of lag as well in the stream, so please make sure that you know about it. SDBL also, the entry is gone, I think. So in the first candle, maybe you could have entered somewhere around here, 330, 332. But at 340 levels, it's gone. Alright, so now you see it's already broken out of this entire structure. So you can still buy here because the risk is still relatively low. But you might have to stay in the middle of this range. If it starts to pull back, then maybe something like this might happen. Alright, it's a very strong stock, no doubt. The stock selection is obviously really good here, but it's kind of gone now. At least for me, it's gone. So I would avoid this stock right now. Make sure that you like the stream if you are joining in. Alright, Drone destination Karur Asia Bank Precision Metallics. All right. So drone destination is already, it has tested the demand. You can buy here. You can maybe get in here. This is good. But make sure that you guys don't pile in together because it's a very illiquid stock. So don't, I think it's an SME stock. There is a fixed lot size. So not sure what the lot size for this stock is, but the lot size is fixed. So make sure that it's within your risk appetite. Otherwise avoid the stock. If it's not within your risk appetite, avoid it because the lot size here is fixed. Karur Vysya Bank. Karur Vysya Bank, the entry is gone. So my entry, so firstly I took a trade here, which was a loss trade. I think this was back in August. So this is a loss, minor loss, 3-4%, I guess. So my entry was somewhere here. I ended up here, so 3.5%. Then my entry was on this candle. So this wick right here, somewhere around 122.5 to 123 is where I entered. And obviously my stop was below this level. So decent stop, 5-6% stop is all right. And then there was a final entry which is on this day right here. So I basically tried to buy throughout this entire base because it's trying to break out on a bigger chart. So this is a weekly chart. This is the all-time high, previous all-time high. Not the all-time high, but the all-time high is right here actually. So if you see, there is a previous monthly high. So if this breaks, then this stock can really go. Right. So I've tried to buy on the lower end of the base, so that is why there are some early entries, but now it's gone. So don't buy here. I would never recommend buying a stock this far from the EMA or the supply. All right, so don't buy this. It is strong though, so if it comes down, you might get in. All right. Alright guys, again a reminder, there might be some lag in the stream, so make sure that you keep up with it. I'm not skipping your questions, alright? So if I take more time with a question, obviously it will take more time to come down to the next question as well. So that way that lag will build up. Precision Metallics also gone, nothing here. Nothing here. I think this is the stock. This is not even liquid. On one day, avoid these stocks. Avoid stocks which are not liquid on one day. If you see stuff like this on one day, avoid it. There is no wick, no nothing. There's no trading going on. I am sure the volume is very, very low. So 4K, 5K volume on a 30 rupee stock is nothing. Alright, so a lot of people are here. So let's talk about the market as well. Let's talk about the indices. So I have in my previous market update videos, I have been talking about Nifty right here. I've also talked about Banknifty in this range. Banknifty held this demand on the lower side, which I have talked about earlier as well. And this is where there was a contraction and now we are breaking out. So the market is very, very strong. All right. Do not try to short here. If you see, this supply was also, this is a big supply. This also got taken out very, very easily without any resistance really. It just came down once to the demand zone and it was gone. So one pullback and the supply was gone. So extremely strong. There's a lot of strength here in the market. Continuous move, continuous breakouts on the higher end. Do not short it. All right. Do not short directly at a supply. Let it turn around. Let it maybe turn around, maybe break a demand. Let it get into a proper downtrend, something like this. All right. Do not short a move on the upside. Same with Bank Nifty. This supply is getting broken today. All right. Do not short it. Even if it pulls back, that is a buy on dips. It is not a short trade. All right. Today also it tested out a demand on the 1 hour time frame. So if you see, this is the 1 hour time frame demand, and this is the breakout from there. So don't short it, at least not until this level is broken, which is again obviously 45,000. All right, so as long as Bank Nifty futures is above 45,000, don't touch it on the short side. All right, so this was about the index. Let's look at other sectors as well, because a lot of interesting stuff has happened in the previous week, which I don't think many guys could have caught. So let's just talk about those moves. So this reality sector move, I think I have discussed this move as well. I'm not sure whether this happened on YouTube or in my server, but again, pull back to the demand previous base, demand zone of the previous base, back up to the back up to the previous supply, pull back to the demand again, and then nice move. So very nice base building here. If you see on the line chart, very good base here. All right, this started to break out, so extremely strong. Nifty Nifty energy came down to the EMA, which is also the previous base here, and this is probably the previous weekly demand as well, right? So if you see, this is the weekly high, this is your weekly demand, and straight out of the weekly demand you get a big move. So big move in this as well. But another sector which set up very well is Nifty Auto. So if you see what happened in Nifty Auto, this was your area of supply. If you see, this is the last low in Nifty Auto. All right, this is the last low in Nifty Auto. So we broke out, came back in, started to move up. So this is where you can get in. All right, and then from there on, obviously there has been a one-way move. And another sector is Nifty Metals. Same structure in Nifty Metals here. All right, so if you see, went up to the supply, came back to the demand, and this I think I've discussed somewhere. I'm not really sure because it is already marked. So same structure in Nifty Metal as well. So all indices they have set up together, and then they have started to move up. So very interesting market, very strong market, because everything is basically going up together. Nifty IT have already posted about it on this day. From there on, there has been a nice move, and Nifty FMCG is underperforming, so don't take longs here until and unless FMCG breaks through this supply, which is around 52,300. all right, so this is a supply around 52,300. So until this breaks, stay out of FMCG. There is nothing really going on for FMCG right now. There are a lot of other opportunities in the market. Make sure that you stay with them instead of FMCG. I also talked about Nifty mid cap, Nifty IT mid cap. My bad. So not exactly Nifty mid cap, but IT mid cap stocks. So if you see IT mid cap stocks here, HCL Tech was obviously one of the strongest stocks, no doubt. It has moved up very well, but stuff like this one, all right, this has broken out continuously. I think this is also breaking out. This is also moving up. So Naukri is weak, I think, because of the result day here, right? So this result day in Naukri made it weak. Let's look at Persistent. This is also moving up extremely well. And in large caps, the movement is all right, but it's not that impressive, apart from HCL Tech. All right, so Nifty IT, obviously, mid caps look extremely strong. So whenever IT corrects, I will look into IT, Nifty IT mid cap stocks. All right, mid cap IT stocks, maybe small cap IT stocks. I've also talked about PSU banks recently, and obviously they are doing extremely well. All right, PSU bank is already breaking out through its high, whereas Bank Nifty is nowhere near its high yet. And if you see PSU banks, we talked about these banks earlier as well. UCO Bank, this is the day we talked about it. It is already up 20% from that level, maybe even more, 30%. All right, another one was, I think, IOB, Indian Overseas Bank. This is also continuously going up. So very strong momentum phase in the market is currently going on. I wouldn't really try to short anything here. All right, no overnight shorts, no nothing. Even on the global markets, if you see, Nasdaq has pulled back to the EMA. It is pushing up. Dow Jones is kind of weak. It is struggling around the supply, but still holding the demand. So maybe it can push up here as well. So overall, a very healthy environment for us. All right. So continue buying stocks. There is no pause or any kind of stoppage here as of now. All right. So let's talk about PSU. Okay, energy sector as well. Okay, let's look at energy sector as well. So energy, I think energy sector is very uh, is very concentrated in my opinion. So Adani stocks and Reliance stocks, they hold a very big part of energy. So I wouldn't really judge energy stocks based on the energy sector chart. You really have to divide it into these power stocks and maybe the oil refinery, oil producing stocks, and maybe the gas stocks as well. Uh, all the gas stocks, GAIL and GSPL and all that stuff, right? GSPL I think is petroleum, so gas will have MGL, IGL, and all those stocks can move up as well. So divide the energy sector into those parts. Otherwise, the energy is very concentrated. So again, Goa Carbon, again, this was on my watch. It is setting up very nicely on the weekly as well. So unfortunately, I missed it, but I was trying to buy it on the way up. But now it's gone. Don't buy it here. Don't buy directly at the supply. It can simply open here tomorrow. Alright, so don't do this mistake. Make sure that you wait for it to come down to this level, and then maybe something like this. Alright, nothing here. No entry here. Alright, Indo Amines. I think this is also extended. Let's look at it. Right, so this is also gone up. I think I was watching this stock or something, but this has gone up now. Maybe on the weekly it was good, right? So on the weekly, probably I was watching it. There was a view that it goes up. I think it's playing out well, but now it's too extended. It's at the supply. There is another supply right here at 140. Another supply right here around 160. So just stay out of it as of now. Alright, so avoid it as of now. There is nothing really going on at this level. But if you're already holding it from maybe somewhere maybe 115, 116, then it's obviously good enough. Tata Coffee, alright. Tata Coffee, don't buy it. There's fresh supply coming in. The base is somewhere here. So maybe another tiny base here and then we might buy it. Right now, do not buy this. Same principles across every stock. No stock is special. Alright, even the index, it's the same principle. Okay, so this stock is not exactly moving, but it might go up. But I am expecting it to maybe shake out and then move up, because it's waiting for a long time, and it usually does not do that. So usually if you see, it moves fairly quickly. So doing this maybe calls for a shakeout. So where is the demand? The demand is right here. Here is your demand. This one. So if you're buying here, be ready for something like this. Do not panic if tomorrow it comes down here and then goes up. It's not a lot though. It's like 4%. So this is right here is about 4%, right? So not a lot. So be ready for this. It can happen. Don't be very sure of the breakout. All right. Okay, this is already breaking. I think you guys are already buying it or something. Nice entry here around the lows. Already up like 3%. All right, let's look at Oscar Ferris. All right, now this is something which I can get behind. This is your weekly demand. Hasn't really moved well since a long time. Big base here. Metals are doing good. Big base here. So, okay, this is something which I might have to get it on my watch list. All right, good one. You can definitely look at this. All right, so let Salarsa technology. Okay, this one was also kind of good. So wait, just a second. Right, so this was also decent right around here. So I was watching it when this candle was made. But now if you see, it's pushing down. So if you bought here, let's say you bought here, I think I would exit here, even though there's a chance that it goes down and goes back up. I think it's getting weaker now. All right, so this candle right here, if you see the opening candle, I think that's an exit. So don't buy, obviously don't buy here. We want it to contract somewhere here. But if you're holding it, maybe shift to another stock, because even if it goes back up, it might stay sideways. So kind of a bummer. All right, setting up well, did not move. All right, guys, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you share it with other people as well. What is this stock? 3,600. I am not sure what this stock is. There's definitely some mistyping. IIFL Finance. No, um, it is all also far away from the EMA. So don't buy this. All right, might look good because it's very flat, but look at where the demand zone is. The demand is somewhere here. This is the last move. This is your area of demand. So don't buy this. Rolex rings. All right. Rolex rings, there was an entry here. So this candle, there was an entry, and it always, this stock always sets up very similarly. I've noticed this over multiple times. If you see, there are multiple swings around the EMA, right? Multiple swings around. Look at this setup. So look at this setup right here. There are multiple swings, goes up, at least two big swings, and then a very tiny contraction, and from there on, it goes up, right? So this one as well, look at this. Multiple swings, two big swings, a tiny contraction, and from there on, it goes up. So similarly, again, two big swings, tiny contraction, from there on, it's pushing up. So obviously, it's moved now. There was an entry right here. But start noticing these things, because I traded this move right here, and from that memory, you have to instantly recognize what is going on here, so that whenever it shows up again, so this is same as this move, right? And this is also similar to this setup right here. All right, so multiple repeating setups in the same stock, and maybe it moves bigger now, because last time it only went up till the base high. So there's a big weekly base which is setting up. So maybe it moves like this now, right? Because there was earlier a similar setup. So maybe it's worth keeping on watch. All right, so good stock. This is a very good stock. But obviously, all these are not recommendations, so make sure that you uh, do your own thing before buying it. This is also good. This looks good. This is also quite decent. Not extended, very compact, good structure here. SKF India. This is gone. You might have bought it here, but now it's gone. Avoid it now. Cupid at 320. All right. Cupid at 320. Too far up. Too far up. Don't buy these. See, this breakout worked out because the market is good. But what if you bought here? What if you bought here? And the stock is not bearish. The stock is still not bearish until it breaks this level. So it can easily come down and go back up like this. So don't buy at these prices. You can buy much earlier. Alright. Even on the weekly chart, this price is far away. So not a good trade. Even though it's worked out, because in a bull market everything will work out. But you can take better trades. Alright. Not a good trade. Hind Copper. Hind Copper is already gone. I'm not sure what this is about. But see, whenever the stock is far from the EMA, it means it has already moved and the move is right here. You want to catch the move from the EMA. Alright. So from the EMA, you want to catch the big move. If it's already far, it means now it's ready for a retracement. Even if it doesn't retrace, you never know when will it retrace, right? So don't buy these. I'm guessing you are new to the channel, so make sure that you also watch the swing setup videos which I've posted. Might help you out. Grasim Industries. Grasim is good. It is maybe setting up for a long-term move. It's good. Grasim is also doing a lot of changes. Also, I think it's in paint now. It's also doing some paint business. So Grasim is good. It has always been a good stock. Whenever it sets up, it moves very nicely since the COVID time. Obviously, before that it was falling, but since COVID, Grasim has been an excellent stock. Okay. Sealand Exploration. All right. Sell and Exploration, whatever the name is. It's good. It's a good trade. I think it's a good trade. No problem with it. Rama Steel Tubes. This is also a good trade if you've already bought it, which I'm guessing you have. Make sure that you are prepared if there's a pullback from the supply, because this is how trends change. All right. So how will a trend change? Okay, this is a big multi-bagger. So let's look at. Okay, this stock always goes up. So yeah, but yeah, good trade. Make sure that you know how to deal with the pullback from the supply though. There's already been one pullback. So one pullback has already happened. So might just break out. This is a good trade. Havells India. I think you're already in this trade. If you're not, avoid it at all costs. It's already gone up. All right, so avoid it altogether. Don't take this trade. If you're already in it, you can hold it. Nothing wrong with it. 361. Okay, let's look. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I avoid buying directly off of a V-shaped reversal at all times, because if it can go up like this, It might also, if it breaks, let's say it works out, which is good enough. But what will you do if it breaks this low? Where is your stop loss? Because anything here will get hit. So the demand is here. So your logical stop loss should be here, which is 9%, which is not something which I would use. So avoid this here. Avoid buying off of a V-shaped reversal. BCL Industries, all right. This is all right. This is a good one. I think it's setting up very well on the weekly as well, right? So this is a good stock. You can actually hold it until it breaks this level. So maybe some sort of investment. But again, do it at your own risk. Don't come after me if this fails. Right, looks good, looks good. This is BCL Industries is, I think, a sugar stock maybe. I am not sure. If it's a sugar stock, then definitely go for it with the proper stop loss and risk management and all that stuff, obviously. But because sugar stocks are going up, sugar stocks have been doing pretty well. So if it's a sugar stock, you can go for it. All right. Themis Medicare. Medicare stocks are also doing great. So Medicare stocks are doing great. I don't like these flat bases. I've talked about it. Maybe a move like this, and then we can get in. A flat base like this is not what I trade really. Decal. Again, this has already broken out, so don't buy here. Maybe wait for a pullback, a setup again, and then maybe we start going up. Nothing here, nothing here. Star Cement, I think it's the same thing. Star Cement, I was watching it yesterday itself. Same thing, avoid it. Very far, there is some supply, so wait for it to contract. Candles are very big right now. See, bigger candles indicate supply because a big down candle cannot be formed without some supply. Alright, so let it just stay sideways. Alright. Brewery stocks are doing good. You can definitely get in. Brewery stocks, brewery, healthcare stocks, paper stocks, chemical stocks. Healthcare stocks are really good, but chemical stocks, a broad-based chemical. So basically, paper, sugar, all these are chemicals. So broad-based chemical consumer stocks doing good. Chemical stocks are recovering well, and other chemical stocks they're doing good. Triveni Turbine, this is already gone. I think this is a sugar stock. Triveni Turbine. Okay, this is Triveni Engineering. My bad. So Triveni Turbine again, nothing. See, this is why I told you to avoid a flat base because look at how it breaks down. Did not even break the demand, and this is last base. Did not break it, and now it's up. So always avoid these flat bases. All right, Uno Minda. Again, it's too far. Too far for me to buy it. Nelco was good. Are you waiting for some setup? Nelco, I don't think I'll buy it here. I was only waiting for a shakeout. So maybe something like this, and then I would get in. So the logic behind this is, even if this low is taken out, the demand is still intact because demand is here. So I want to deep move into the demand, and then I will buy the reaction itself because that will be a strong reaction. So this is what I'm looking for in Nelco. And I think monthly is also really good. Weekly is great as well. So Nelco, wait for it. Don't jump in here. Don't try to chase the momentum. All right. Zone destination, we already talked about it. It's doing pretty good, but the lot size is I think 2000. So you will have to buy like 2.5 lakhs, 2.7 lakhs. So I think avoid it. There's a lot size on this. Greenlam Industries, this is all right, but I think it's illiquid. Kind of illiquid, yes. Very illiquid. Avoid this. I cannot recommend illiquid stock. So structure is good. Rest is on you. All right, Prism Johnson. There is no setup here. It's already gone. There is nothing here. If you're holding it, you can hold it. It is trying to move on the weekly, which is good. But if you're trying to buy it right now, no. Don't buy it right now. Any idea why TCS is lagging? It's not exactly lagging. If you compare it with the IT index, of course, with IT index it's lagging, but you don't need any reason for it, because because if it's lagging, it's just lagging. There is no extra benefit to know the reason for it. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's actually still bullish. So if you see, this was the last supply, got broken here, pulled back to the base, and now we're going up. So pretty strong, looks pretty strong to me. But is it the best buy in IT sector? Obviously not. There are many other good buys. There were many other good buys which have already moved. So according to that, obviously it's kind of lagging, but honestly TCS moves like this. So if you see, there was a big base here, then a nice move, similarly a bigger base here, then a nice move, and this is the weekly chart. So TCS moves like this. It will form big bases on the weekly, and then it will break out properly out of these bases. All right, it will never just pull back and then start an uptrend like this. So definitely can go up here. All right, so Senco Gold. Senco Gold, so I talked about it. It is still, so see, if you bought it here, if you bought it somewhere here, this should be your exit. Right now you should be getting out, because see, this is the base right here. This was the last high. So let's wait for the breakout and maybe the setup for it to go up, but don't buy here. Food stocks are also doing good. Forgot about it. Food stocks are also doing good. This was a good trade. See, again, the demand is right here. So even though it was a flat base, went into demand and then started to break out. So always take this shakeout into consideration, all right, whenever you see a flat base. All right, Federal Bank. This is also gone. There's nothing here in Federal Bank. HDFC Finance. What is HDFC Finance? I am not sure what HDFC Finance is. IDFC Finance, probably. Let's look at IDFC Finance. Or IDFC First Bank or something. Not sure what HDFC Finance is, but there is nothing here as well. So maybe you mistyped something. Any setups? I cannot talk about my trades because that's basically pumping and dumping on you guys. I will get thrown into jail. So even if I'm buying something, I cannot really talk about it. This is a good one. Now this right here, very nice. I will add this as well. Very nice. Good stock. And I think Nelco gets out. Alright. Grasim, we have talked about it. You can scroll back in the video. You will find Grasim. Bharat Dynamics. Pretty good. Pretty good. So you see all these stocks, they have repeating themes. A solid base from the demand, pushing up. Tata Investment, if you see same thing, solid base at the demand, pushing up. Karur Vysya Bank, if you see same thing, solid base pushing up. So this is a repeating theme. This as well, solid base pushing up. So very consistent setup throughout all stocks which I am watching. And this is what you need to strive for. You want to be consistent across your setups. Alright? Don't change things again and again, because once your setup works and you're not using it anymore, then you're using something which is not working at the moment. Then when will you make the money? Alright, so stay consistent across all markets with your setup. You will obviously end up making money. SDFC Live. This is also, actually all life insurance stocks are also doing good. So thank you for reminding me. This is also doing great. This is stronger than SDFC Live. So this is also setting up very well. And what is up with this one? So this is also trying to go up, but this is arguably worse. SDFC Life is decent, but SBI Life has always been the top insurance stock. And you can clearly see if I add SBI Life onto it, you will see the difference. Alright, so look at the difference. This is clearly trending up. This was trending down, now it's trying to go up. So very clearly prefer this one if you are buying it. SDFC Life, SBI Life is better than SDFC Life. And it's been better than SDFC Life for a long time. Our power is gone. Our power is gone. Don't buy it. Come on. It's at this supply now. Don't buy this. Maybe a close trade that you can talk. All trades look similar. So this trade as well. Let's look at this. So again, repeating themes. There is a big base setting up well. Everything is tested and just goes up 30%. So all recent trades, this one as well. There's a proper base here. Breaks out, pulls back. This is where I get in. Goes up 15-14%. So all trades, every single trade looks the same. Alright, there is no magic going on. So there was an entry here as well. This I was watching, but I did not buy this. But again, this is also a same trade. So every single trade will look the same. Angel 1 is too extended. There is no setup here as well for me. So Angel 1 is too extended. Small cap index is extended. What size? I am buying with full size right now because Nifty is going up. So Nifty was breaking out here. So I wasn't really worried. Alright, during this time I think Nifty was falling down, so I was not exactly buying stuff, but as soon as Nifty went up again, I started buying small caps again because It's just that kind of market we are in right now. All right, so I am willing to risk maybe a breakdown here. So I'm willing to risk that. Kirloskar Engineering, you are in at 4:30. Yeah, I think you should have exited by now. See how many days? It's been like almost 1 month and the stock has done nothing but came back to the previous high. So you have missed out on this much of small cap index movement. I don't think you should be holding stocks for too long in a bull market. If you can select good stocks, you should always keep shifting them. That is what I do. R Power I bought at 17. All right. I think you should get out, to be honest. You can find better stocks now. It might break out. Anything can happen. It can go to 170 as well. I would never know. But if I was in your place, I would be out. All right, Keynes Technologies. Pretty extended. Don't bother about it. Just leave it. So let's look at the market again. Market is pretty much the same, holding around the supply, actually still holding up. So again, as soon as this level breaks on Nifty, which is 19,750 on Nifty futures. So as long as this is holding, don't short it. All right. And on Bank Nifty, 45,000. All right. So above this, it can obviously keep going up. So make sure that you like the live as well. And we will end here. Hopefully you guys learned a lot, and we will meet again in another live. All right. Make sure that you like and share the video with as much people as possible. And I will see you guys.